a smiling face. Be who you wanna be. Make up the memory. It's virtual reality.
What's going on, everybody? My name's Tyler. This is Sean. We are Rendered Reality, and thanks for joining us on Coffee and VR on our Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, sir.
Catch us live, which we
your
did
coffee
change.
mug empty? Your coffee mug looked empty. You were whipped.
It is empty, man.
I was gonna say,
What
it
do
did
you
not
think?
look full. Okay, just checking.
I'm waiting on everybody, man.
Okay.
I can't cheat,
I
but
cheated.
it is a sad day.
is?
I'm out of my What's His Nuts coffee. I'm really sad
what's
about
his
it.
nuts? Oh, poor guy.
Dude, I'm so mad about it, but that's okay because they released their new stock of their beer. So
Who makes
I'm
that?
back in, so Saucy. Well, all right. So I've told you before. I've told you. So Saucy Brewing Company out of Cleveland, Ohio, makes my favorite beer. And at the end of the season, because it's a seasonal beer, they sell off the leftover coffee that they didn't use to make the beer, and it's incredible. It's so good. So
Sweet.
it
I live
just-
in Ohio now. I gotta get some of that.
Well, I know.
Do
I just
you
finished it
order it
through
or you
Cam
go
and-
there?
No, I get it from the brewery. They just put bags of it on their shelf, like as you're leaving, and you can buy it. So
Dude, let's
kind of
go.
a smash and grab kind of deal, but you know,
Let's go.
yeah, man, I know. What? Let's go to Antarctica, yo.
Let's go to
What?
Antarctica.
This is so sick, man.
This looks
So sick.
ridiculous. If you don't know what this is, so this is Kayak VR, Mirage, Kayak VR, I guess they call it. And we talked about it a long time ago. It's on Steam. It's not out yet. There's like a beta stuff that you can get into. But this is one of the best DLSS enabled looking games I've ever seen in my life. It is absolutely a gorgeous game. This is coming. This is the Antarctica update, and it just looks so good. But even the game itself, just the regular game, is gorgeous. And I jumped in there today because I was like, you told me about this. I didn't even see this.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I got to check this out. But it's not out yet. So it's not available yet. And I looked. I was so bummed because this looks amazing.
Honestly, like looking at this looks real. There's
Yeah,
no doubt in
absolutely.
my mind that I've watched this and I'm like, this looks like what it would look like. This doesn't look like a game, especially in VR, right? I mean, it's so
Yeah.
beautiful. Nat Geo experience, yeah.
Yeah.
But the water textures, like look at the reflections on the water textures here.
Yeah,
like, that's
I'm telling you,
incredible.
this is one of like the most gorgeous games I've ever seen. And it just keeps getting better because it's
man.
just in beta. They've just been testing. But
Dude, I know,
oh,
yeah.
it looks so good. I definitely cannot wait to get into this. And I can't wait till the actual full game comes out. I don't know when that's supposed to happen.
I know.
I don't remember. But oh, man, gorgeous.
Still want some like river kayaking or something. Like, have you ever seen those videos of the guy going down like the flood streams and stuff? Oh, down like mountains and stuff when it like rains and like downpours. They go to these like valleys and they ride these like flood waters that go down the mountains. Sketchy. They have to
Yeah.
be going like 50,
I've heard-
60 mile an hour.
I went
It's crazy.
whitewater rafting the one time and it was super sketchy, but it was awesome because it was like storming and the water got crazy. But they're telling me about how they kayak, like the instructor, and they were saying that sometimes this river that we were on would flood so high that it would get to the bridge where the overpass is, and they would have to get to the bridge and flip the kayak upside down. And they said they could hear it bouncing off of the bridge, and that's how they knew how to flip back over once they were through the. I was like, that is so sketchy. Like, no, I'm not doing that. I'll do it in VR because I shouldn't actually die, but
That's
yeah.
crazy though. Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, but this does. It's amazing. It plays well. It's a lot of fun. They've even refined like some of the controls and some of the drag stuff coming up. Or actually, that update dropped, I think, a day ago or something like that.
Maybe so, yeah.
Super, super cool game. Guys, got to check this out.
Is your mic? Is your
this will be
headphone
amazing.
cord hitting the mic stand or something? I keep hearing like a little tap noise, like
know.
when you move around. It sounds like it might be
It
hitting
could be.
So I was
Maybe.
just
It could
gonna.
be.
I text
It
you,
could
but you
be
didn't see
me
it.
just getting excited or something.
It probably
man.
is.
I'm like
probably
wired
is.
this morning for some reason, so I do apologize, you guys.
I'm on my second
I
cup of
apologize
coffee,
now,
but yeah. So a bunch of stuff really came out this week. Some game stuff, some game announcement stuff, some hardware stuff we're going to talk about, some more Facebook Meta stuff we're going to talk about. I do want to mention though, I finally hooked up the PS5 and played it. People were giving me crap about having the PS5 and still never using it. You know, with the move and everything, it was crazy. I got the pink and the blue controllers. I got to tell you, playing the PS5, these controllers are amazing. I love the haptic triggers, like the, what is it called? Not haptic trigger, but the
force feedback.
Yeah, but
Like,
it's I can't remember. I
I
can't
know.
think of the word right
Yeah, I
now. But
forget
I'm
what they
telling
call
you,
it
it
too.
gets me so excited for PSVR 2. Just the fact that what they've done with the controls and the feedback and the triggers and everything, I'm really excited to check out the PSVR 2 controllers. It's really good. I've only really played Astrobot so far, but they did a great job in Astrobot utilizing the controllers and really showing off the potential for those things. And I think I'm going to pick up Cyberpunk 2077 because they just came out with a huge update that's supposed to fix a lot of the bugs and issues. And it's half off right now. It's $24 on the PlayStation and Steam and probably wherever else you can buy it. I don't know if I should buy it on Steam, buy it on PlayStation 5, or just buy it on both. I might just buy it on both. But I know that there's potential for VR mods and stuff coming up. So I definitely want to have it on Steam because that's where, you're going to need it for sure. But the DualSense controller, they're so good. They're so good. I'm so excited about them.
It's such a good chill game. Like, it's been such a long time since I played.
Yeah, you
a
played
flat
some
game.
Cyberpunk 2077. I've never played it.
I only cheated because of COVID. That's it. Because
Yeah.
I was exhausted and I didn't want to play VR. But that's literally the only reason. And I loved it. Now I will say when I get the studio done, I will definitely be playing it because I got some cool additions to be using in there. So
Yeah, and the drywall.
yeah.
We talked about a little bit about that, but the drywall has been going up, and I saw some pictures. I got to stop over there. The drywall is looking really good. They're finishing up today, right?
So no, not finishing today. So mudding finishes
Oh,
today,
okay.
and then we go into the sanding part, and then we go into some ceiling stuff, and
Yeah.
it's coming.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be sweet. But yeah, a lot of people talking about the PS5. Virtual Steve said, I want a PS5. I'm just hyped for Elden Ring. Alex VR said, I've only used my PS5 for a couple hours playing it. It Takes Two with the wife. I've heard about that. I hear I need to get that because she's actually a big Sonic fan. We talked about that. I think I'm going to get the old Sega Legends or whatever that you can get on PlayStation. But I need to check out the It Takes Two. That sounds pretty good. And he said he's been eyeballing Horizon Forbidden West. So yeah, it's just so much stuff. Anthony Man Wexford said, hi team RR. Steam for the win, Doug Black. So I'm definitely going to have to get it on Steam because I want to play a VR version if they come
I
out with
forgot.
mod.
Cyberpunk has a free 5-hour demo too. Dave said that. I don't
really?
know if that's Xbox only or if they did it as well for PlayStation. I'm not sure. But yeah, 5 hours in. So, but that game, man, it takes about that long just to get into
Yeah,
like
I
the
feel
open
like it,
world
yeah.
aspect of it. It's crazy.
I'm actually
man.
pretty excited to play it. It's just I there's time so limited to play a big game like that while there's all this new VR stuff coming out as well. It just makes it kind of tough. But one thing that we actually had a ton of fun with that we jumped into today, and I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to show this. It isn't out yet. I think it on the 24th. I think this becomes public. And this is Demeo, and what they've done, we've known about them adding this for a while. It's called the Heroes Hangout, and it's essentially a place you can go into and hang out with friends and go into games together and stuff. And we just went in there together to play around, and it's really, really cool. There's a lot of cool stuff in there. There's some hidden stuff. There's an arcade game in there. There's a old like Polaroid camera that you can take pictures, and in the game you can upload those pictures directly to their Discord. And I'm not sure if that's fully working yet because we tried that and we couldn't find the pictures that we took. I think they're still working on getting that up for the launch of this, but this is the Hangout area. And if you don't know what Demeo is, it's an awesome, essentially a live action board game that you play in VR, and it's fantastic. It's really hard, especially some of these later editions. It's really tough, but it's an awesome game. And this Hangout space is what I think what the game needed, really, because right now you just kind of go in and you find friends in a list and then it puts you into a game together. But this is literally like a hangout place where you can go and just fool around with friends and then wait for people, to come in or join in, and then you go into the game together to actually play the full game, which is awesome because sometimes VR is kind of boring when you're just sitting there waiting for people, and this is a way to pass the time while you're waiting.
But the best part for me is like the seamlessness of it because you can go into this area where people just hang out. And you can group together and go around a table, take the book that you want to play, put it on the table.
There's the separate
and
books, like
puts
the separate
their hand
chapters.
down.
Yep.
It's so cool. It'll be so seamless for people. And finding people that are like-minded and want to play together as well, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which it still works good now. You can share your code and go in with friends and stuff, but this makes it easy for people to meet, hang out, play a couple together. It's awesome. Yeah, it's a super great way to screw around into.
Yep. And I hope they add like more and more things into here, like interactivity, because there are certain like hidden things that you can interact with and do things. And then there's other things that I feel like I want to grab and I want to play with, but they're just stationary. But this is what they call the Demeo the Gauntlet. And it's just an arcade cabinet in thing. At first, I couldn't figure out how to use it, so I had to read the instructions. But you grab it and hold it, and then you use your thumbstick to move your hand around. I was trying to physically move my hand around, but it's actually a pretty fun game. I played it for a little while, and then you played it for a little while, and I was sitting there watching you play it, and it's actually pretty cool. So there's some pretty neat little things in there. Meatwater said, is it a private lobby? So right now it is a private lobby. I'm not sure if it'll be a public, if you can make a public lobby where anybody can join into the Heroes Hangout. Is that how it's going to work? I'm not positive.
Yeah, that's how I did it. That's how you joined me.
Well, it showed up. There was a lobby
Right.
that popped up, and I'm not sure if that's because we were friends or if it
made it
just
public.
showed up. Okay,
No,
you
I
made it public. Okay, so yeah, so there should be a way to do a private one and a public one is what it seems. So pretty cool thing. And if you haven't tried Demeo, it's an awesome game.
Virtual Steve said, I still need to play.
Yeah,
That's
you gotta
crazy,
play it.
man. You would love this game.
Yeah,
Can't believe
I
that.
could see him totally getting into this, and it is a lot of fun, especially with friends. I would start out with the first book because the first book will teach you a little bit better without you just getting absolutely destroyed right off the bat. But the game is tough. The next couple chapters that they've come out with, it is really, really hard. I haven't beat that last one yet. I played it a little bit. I haven't played it a ton. Need to hop back in there when I get some extra time. But I think they have the cloud saves going now too, where you can cloud save and you can go back into the game later. I think that's up and working now, which should help because before you had to make a straight run all the way through, and if you quit out, you couldn't just pick back up. You had to start over, and it was that kind of was a little bit of a deterrent sometimes.
Yeah,
but
it made you not want to go back in if you got almost there and then you had to restart. It's like, oh, I have to put all that effort back in, you know.
Yeah.
So that is awesome.
Yeah, so we hopped in here and I recorded this video and I was done and I was like, oh, sweet, we'll just show that whole video. And then I realized we were in there for like 16 minutes. So there's a lot in this video.
Just to capture quick footage.
It felt like we were in there for 5 minutes, which is always how Steam works. But yeah, it was too long. So you won't get to see all the footage here. Maybe we'll post it somewhere else or something. I don't know, because it didn't show in here. I can't fast forward it on here to show like when we were sitting at the table or up to the table and you put the stuff on there and join in. But it'll give you a good idea. I know James is very curious about the desktop version because the flat game version, desktop version is coming and it's going to be cross-play. So you can play in VR while, if your friends don't have a headset or whatever, they can just play on Steam on their computer screen. I don't know if that'll be as fun of a way to play it. At least I don't think for me, but I think it's a great way for people that don't have a headset or they don't want to sit in the headset or whatever else. But he's curious if that version of the game is going to be free for people that already bought the Steam VR version. And I have asked the questions. I haven't got any for sure answer yet. They said that keep an eye out on their social medias because that stuff is getting announced soon. I'm not sure if they're just not allowed to say yet or they don't want to, but they're saying that answer should come pretty soon. So I have a feeling maybe you're going to have to pay for it again, or I feel like they would just come out and say that, but I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But that's kind of the feeling that I'm getting, which is unfortunate. I mean, if you already bought it on Steam VR, it'd be nice to get the flat version, as well.
It's too bad they can't just come out with like a companion app for it or something. Like that would be awesome. Just download a free app on your phone even.
Yeah.
Somebody that's not at home could play with you, a friend, even if they have the VR version. I'd love to see some integration like that, but I know it's tricky. I know it's a lot of work for people.
Yeah, that would actually be, this would be a really cool game to have on the phone though. If they could do a phone app instead of just a flat version on Steam, that would be a really cool way to do it as well, I think. But
I know, just a drag and drop with characters and do roles and stuff. It'd be great, but
yeah.
Yeah, it's a great game. Honestly, I see a couple people saying that they haven't tried it. Who else was? Maywaters, I think.
Judge Dredd.
This again, we've echoed this for so long. It's a game we would never have bought. We never would have probably played this, but it's one of our favorite games.
Yeah,
So
and I don't
please
play it
try
enough. I haven't played it enough lately,
know.
but it's actually another game that I played with my wife and her nephew and my wife's mom. We've had fun playing this together, and we've only played it a couple times, but we have plans to go in together again, all four of us, and dig a little deeper because they were still just learning that time, so they were just getting the basics down. And I know Virtual Steve said I'm a big card game fan and tactics game fan. Looks like a combo of both, and it definitely is. You have to have some tactics in this game, or you're just gonna get absolutely destroyed. So
You should be playing that this weekend.
yeah. So Suo, he said, I just logged in. Vox Machinae. You guys already talked about it? Not yet. Not yet. We will.
We will. Yo, so if you just want to let this roll for a second, because I don't want to get into it too much, but No Man's Sky has got me hooked, man. Another game that I want to get back into. And when I get some time now, once this whole studio thing's done,
your project has taken up so much of your time. Like I can't even get you to barely do anything. You're like, man, I got to get this part of the project done before they show up to do this. And I'm like,
know.
I moved 500 miles away, and this kid's like, I mean, this dude's like,
Yeah, but you got to understand, I got
haven't even
this
seen
little redhead in the back of my head going, "Come on, get it done, get it done."
I know,
I got
do
a
too.
slave driver.
I know. I'm
that's,
like,
you
hurry
know,
up! Is it
wanna
done
push
yet?
me.
I'm like, they're gonna have it done this week.
but-
Like, I am. I'm definitely very,
know.
very excited to have it done. So, but it's
know.
getting
Giant
close.
tooth.
It's a lot of work, but it's
It
getting
is.
close.
It is. I'm super amped though. I'm now nervous about some sound stuff, which we'll talk about later. Getting echoes with drywall now, so now I'm like, oh no, now
Yeah.
I'm nervous. But
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
always the
echoes
case.
are always a pain. Like, I mean, I still have echoes in this room too, and like, no matter how much stuff you put on the walls and everything else, a lot of times that's just something that's hard to deal with. So we'll have to get
is.
some serious sound panels, some diffusers, you know, all that
Figure it
stuff
out.
maybe. So yeah, we'll get it figured out.
Yep. I know, but yeah, man, No Man's Sky, it looks amazing, and they're coming with like all the amazing mech stuff.
Yeah, there's a mech update in that, right?
Yeah,
I mean, they've
just-
been pushing out updates like crazy for so long, and
they
it's
said
all
it's
it's all
not
been
stopping.
free.
Yeah, it's not stopping, they said too. So that's awesome, which was cool to hear. But beautiful inside of these mechs, everything is just unbelievable. These drone companions and stuff to jetpack stuff. I want to play it so bad, but I
Yeah,
just can't
that's
get
it. I don't know if I can get back into that. I know Alex said hit up Skiva. He loves hanging out in No Man's Sky. I don't know that I can get back into that game. Like, that game is so much to
Ooh,
learn,
buddy.
and we put so
I
much
know.
time into there that I would like to. It's just a time thing. Like,
No, but it
man,
doesn't
like,
have
how
to
do
be
I?
like just a cruise, man. Just to
Yeah,
take your
but I gotta
ship and,
learn
like,
it all
break
over
into the
again.
planets,
I
like,
forget
oh,
everything I learned though. It's
come on.
crazy.
You don't. It's like riding a bike. Let's go.
It's not like riding a bike. I forget. I forget.
Still, who I just missed one. Oh, Martin said, "My friend, have you played Zenith?" Yes, we have.
Yeah.
And we just need a little bit more polish on that game.
Yeah, I
maybe
think
some
so.
more depth and some better AI stuff.
I think they
Probably
just
get
pushed
back
out
into
another
it.
update though. I do think they just pushed out another update. So I think they're going to keep working on it. And
Oh yeah.
I think it's fun with friends. It's just not a game that I get into as much as some other people, but everybody's different. Everybody prefers, different games, and MMOs, that kind of MMO just isn't a huge draw to me, where I know it is for other people. So
Right.
I think it's a great game. I don't know that, I don't know that it's a game that I'm going to put a ton of time into. I don't know. Contractors is still one that I've put hundreds of hours into, and I still keep coming back because they keep pushing out all the updates and everything. But we'll probably hop back in at some point. We'll have to hop back in there as they do some more updates. I did want to mention that another game that I really love is Real VR Fishing, and they're actually doing a tournament. So they're doing their first ever fishing tournament. I'm trying to see when it starts.
Again, another game that has serious updates all the time and keeps building their game instead of just moving on to the next
Yeah,
thing.
they do a great job.
As the VR community gets bigger, you're only having new people come in and looking to buy new stuff. So
Yep.
the better you can make a game for people's first experiences, the better name they're making for themselves, and they're doing it. I mean, it's amazing. Good.
So
Same
I
with
think it's
contractors.
open now. So players will compete in open qualifiers on their own schedule, reporting their scores by March 4th. They will choose finalists and coordinate with these to determine scheduling. The finals will have different recording and other spectating rules to be determined. In general, players should expect to have their matches broadcast and casted over. So that'd actually be pretty cool, possibly. Yeah, it's a good game. So I look forward to seeing what they can do with that in the future. I think that'll be kind of neat, but pretty cool.
Crazy. Another great game.
What about?
Yeah, so many cool games to talk about. Oh, dude, another one.
Do you
right?
think this
One
is
of
a
my
teaser?
Favorites, man.
Do you think this is a teaser of something to come?
Sure, I think it's coming, man. I do. I think we are getting co-op or some form of competitive multiplayer or something. Oh, so
Right?
good.
This is an update coming February 24th. It's called Encore. Obviously, you see it right there. And it shows 2 players, 2 guns. Something's going on here, right? And
Yep.
This is something that we've talked about before with pretty much every game, is the fact, in VR with co-op or multiplayer, how that really adds to it. And I think that really makes the longevity of the game a lot longer. I think people play the game for a lot, like, not longer period of time, but farther into the future. Like, it just keeps a game live longer and longer because people can jump in together. That's what I've always thought. But this definitely looks like it could potentially be some kind of co-op multiplayer. We talked about this, me and Tyler, a little bit earlier, and we were talking about how cool it would be for different modes and different ways to do this. And one thing would just be that one of the things that I thought would be really cool is just like a side-by-side co-op. You're working together to clear these enemies. You might have a better shot on an enemy than I have. I think there could be some really cool ways to go kind of back and forth.
Right.
And you also talked about like a competitive against each other.
More of a competitive run to where it is the same maps and you're playing through the same, character AI and stuff, but who could pull off more kills in that same run, standing side by side and picking them off. If
Who's
I get
quicker,
it first,
right? Who's quicker?
More points for me. There's a lot of cool things. Or I'm trying to think of the game a long time ago where you would go through and you could see the other person on like the other side of like the glass. Remember that? Where you were doing a run through. Oh man, I forget what that was.
Yeah, I'm not
It's
sure.
like an alien shooter kind of game. And you could see each other on the other side trying to finish through the map first. That goes way back. But man, there's some cool things they could really do with this. I really hope that's what we're getting. And I hope it's not just like a form of teaser for a leaderboard thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
I mean, they already have
because we already
leaderboards,
have
so
that. Right.
yeah,
exactly.
I can't imagine that. But I mean, usually when they come out with their updates, it's like, they had like the Western themed stuff. So it's a lot of themed stuff like in their story stuff. And this doesn't seem to be as much of that as much as maybe something else. But.
So Judge Dredd might be onto something. Going to be like Mr. and Mrs. Smith mall gunfight scene. Yeah. I mean, it could be. I mean, that'd be awesome if we get some type of like campaign even out of this, like a co-op campaign. That would be cool.
Oh, that'd be epic.
But we'll see. Yeah.
Get your legs ready, because if you haven't played Pistol Whip in a while, it will destroy your legs. You will not be able to walk for like a day or two. It happens to me every time when I jump back in there after not playing it for a while.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Punishment.
Good stuff.
Awesome. I can't wait for that too.
For
Super
sure.
cool to see that.
I did want to mention, so we put out a video last week about some new BoboVR stuff. And to me, BoboVR has been killing it. They've been coming out with some awesome products. I'm a huge fan of the M2 Pro. That's still my go-to. But not everybody loves that, Halo style design. Well, now they have the M1 Pro, which is an Elite style strap. Or they have a conversion kit to make your M2 Pro into an M1 Pro, and it literally costs $14. So I think they killed it with the price. Like, I think that is an excellent price for somebody to pay if they already have it. They want to get the latest thing. They can have both. They can swap back and forth. $14. That's a pretty killer deal, I feel like.
It's an amazing deal, actually.
Yeah.
Kid Collector.
Kid Collector.
Cheers, man.
Kid Collector Comics.
awesome,
Thank you
man.
for that $1.99 super chat. He said, yo.
Well, what's up, man? Good to see you,
for sure.
as always. But dude, like for a strap, you literally can get 2 straps for 15 more bucks, right?
Yeah, and
I
even
mean,
if
it's
you
awesome.
even if you love your BoboVR M2 and you don't want to make it an M1, if you order that $14 kit, it comes with the new rear padding, which is like that honeycomb kind of padding. And the reason they came out with that is because some of the people that had issues with the BoboVR M2 Pro sliding up on them as they were playing, and I never had that issue. I use mine all the time. I've never had it move up on me, but it just definitely has to do with the way your head is shaped or the muscles in the back of your head or whatever.
I do a little bit, but I have a little bit longer hair as well. So
I think that has something to do with it too, longer hair. Because my wife had that issue, but she put hers in a ponytail and like put it above it so that it couldn't slide up past the ponytail.
Sure.
But that could be a big part of it, is if you have longer hair. But the honeycomb padding is supposed to help give you a little bit more friction so that it doesn't slide up on you. Feel free to watch the video if you want after the show, but. It's a great. I like both of them. I've always liked the Elite strap style, like the Oculus Elite strap, but with the Halo, I really like that one. But I could go either way. I like either one of them. They're both comfortable to me. The batteries are interchangeable. You can buy the extra battery for $30, so you can hot swap the batteries. They give you roughly around an extra 3 hours of playtime. I mean, it's a great product either way that you want to go. I really like
later too, which is awesome. It gives you the option to mod it later and add stuff to it.
Yeah, and the thing that I like about
it, if you don't like it, get the strap adapter.
Yeah, and the thing that I like about it is like a lot of these other Elite straps or battery straps or whatever it is, all the other ones that I've seen, except for like one that I can think of, but it's kind of weird, but most of them, that battery is a built-in battery. If that battery ever goes bad, essentially that head strap's done for and you got to buy another one. This one, if the battery goes bad, you just buy another battery and you swap it out, which hopefully that doesn't happen still, but if it does. So.
Somebody just, who was it? Anakaze said, no Halo, so if my Elite ever breaks, I'll check it out. So funny, though, we both had that happen to our Elite straps when we removed them to put the M2 Pro on for the first time. So I did it, didn't notice it, and it was cracked. And then didn't you do it again later? And
mine wasn't cracked when I took it off, but mine has just been sitting there in the box, and I pulled it out to do something, and now it is cracked. So I used that Oculus Elite battery strap for a long time, until the BoboVR M2 Pro came out, because that was the only one that made me actually change and not go back. And when I pulled it out after sitting, it's cracked now. I don't know why.
Right.
Because I have more than one. The other one that hasn't been used much isn't cracked. It still looks new. But the one that I used all the time was fine until I took it off, let it sit. I got it out of the box and it's cracked. So
But see, I didn't notice mine until I just randomly picked it up to move it for all the construction.
Yeah.
So I don't know if maybe I just didn't notice it crack when it came, popped off and stuff. Who knows?
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Virtual Steve with a $5 super chat. He said, "Great show as always, making my Saturday morning cleaning entertaining."
Yeah, right.
Well, that's
Saturday
good. At
cleaning,
least we
yeah,
can
it's
help with
not
that.
a
I mean,
party.
I guess
Yeah, absolutely, man.
if you're cleaning, at least you got something to listen to. And for the audio podcast listeners, that is back. I know we talked about it last week. I was going to mention it again. Fluke Rogi has been doing the audio podcast for us. Huge thanks to him. Awesome guy. So if you just want the audio version, that usually comes after the show. I think lately he's been doing it same day, maybe next day, whatever. But keep an eye out for that if you just want the audio
We're trying to
version.
step our audio up for you guys too. We're trying to step everything up, man. Just
It will
a
hopefully
little
all
bit.
be getting better once we're in the same space and the new place is all good.
point.
Ham VR, he said, "Hey, hope all is good. All is going pretty well. Hope all is going
Absolutely,
good with you too." Ham's a good guy. Huh? He's a good
I
guy.
haven't been
Played,
racing
some
lately.
stuff with him.
Oh, sad day. Okay. So during
Saturday?
the
It
construction,
is Saturday.
No, sad day. Come on.
Saturday?
I had to dismantle my sim rig,
Hmm.
which if anybody saw it and anybody's been around for long enough, I made in an hour a wooden stand for all my sim stuff. But I was using it for like my tool stand down. when I was building.
Right.
But finally, I had to get it all out of there for drywall, so I had to dismantle it. I was kind of cried a little bit, but I will say the bungee is still hanging.
Yeah,
At
nice.
this
That's because
moment.
you
The last
tore it
thing-
down because you know your y'all 2 is hopefully coming pretty soon.
Yeah.
We got a couple BoboVR questions though. Judge Dredd said, "Is Bobo that good?" And
Yes.
I mean, honestly, I like it that much. I mean, we don't work; they don't pay us or anything like that to say this kind of stuff. This is just our opinions, and that's the one that I use all the time. The BoboVR M2 Pro. That is the one that I prefer over all the other head straps that I've found. But some people seem to prefer the Elite style over the Halo. So now you have both options. But I really think it's that good. I really enjoy it. It's so comfortable to me. The hot swap battery is absolutely great. BoboVR, oh, they're in chat. They said Halo or Elite with a question mark. So let's do a poll. Why don't you start a poll? Halo or Elite strap?
Man,
which one people
that's
like
a
better?
Great question.
Yeah, because I know it's mixed. Not everybody loves the Halo. I love it. I love the Halo design with the Bobo, and that's the one I prefer. I think if Bobo is still in the chat, I request some audio solutions. I love my engineered AF clip-on headphones. I would love to get something that sounds that good, that's more widely available, because I get questions all the time. So if you're listening, please work on a clip-on audio solution that sounds really good, that's lightweight. That I would love to see from somebody. And I've been really impressed with their products so far. So hopefully maybe they could work on something like that. Mewater said, like that battery style, we'll be getting it when my deluxe audio strap quits, which deluxe audio strap, the Franken Quest is still a good version too. Michelle B said, do you charge the headset through the battery? So you can do either way. If you put the battery on the back of the headset and then you leave that plugged into the headset, you can plug your power cord right into the back battery and it'll charge your battery and your headset. Or you can take it off, you can charge the battery separate. I've done it both ways. BoboVR also has a charging dock that you can put the headset on and an extra battery on to charge as well, which works really good. And it's a smart charger, so it'll shut off the power.
It's amazing what the stress the extra battery takes away from me. Because every time we're always, playing in and out, I always know that I have one left on reserve. Just in
that's
case
what I do
it's
too.
dead.
And it
Awesome.
happens.
I
It
did
happens
this
all the time
morning.
because, back in the day when my battery would run out and then my Oculus Elite battery strap would run out, I would usually get the link cable, plug it into the power cord, and then play with the link cable plugged in to try to keep me going. That's a pain. Like I didn't like to have to do that. Chris Richardson said, does the original BoboVR going to get the new liner? That I'm not sure. I haven't heard that. From what I've heard, if you have the M2 Pro and you want the new rear padding, you just got to order the conversion kit. But if they're still in chat, maybe they can order that or answer that.
Even for the $15 or something, just the padding alone would be worth that. Like, look what you pay for like VR cover or something for some foam. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Fluke Rogi said, same, tried a friend's Bobo and I loved it. I just can't justify it while my deluxe audio strap is doing its job. Which, if you already have one that's doing what you like, then I definitely understand
and you have
that.
audio too,
But I mean,
so
price wise,
you
it's
get
pretty
that.
good. I think the BoboVR M2 Pro is what, $59 or $69 and it comes with one battery. I feel like that's really reasonable pricing.
I think it is 59. I think
Yeah,
so.
and I think the
They can
M1 Pro
correct
is
us,
maybe
but-
69 right now. I don't know, but it's something like that. But either way, I mean, it's a good deal. Tony Digital though, with that super chat while we were blabbing our mouths, he said Been a minute. Good to see you guys again. It's good to see you. And a $25
man.
super chat. We definitely appreciate that. That is really awesome.
Just glad you're here hanging out, man.
Yeah,
Just
for
good
sure.
to see you. That's all.
Yeah. So, and James
You're
said,
all set.
Bobo, off your audio, please. So, yeah, it's somebody's got to do it.
I know.
Somebody's got to do it.
If they could come out with that strap with an audio solution, take my money. Like
Yep.
that's the be all end all for me. I still
Yeah.
do these headphones, which I still love.
It's
But
all
just
engineered
one more
AF.
step,
It's all
you know?
engineered
Yeah,
AF for
true.
me, which they have the adapter to fit the BoboVR, and it works on the M1 or the M2 if you get that adapter. But I just want something that's more readily available. I get questions all the time about those things.
I know.
And supposedly
Crazy.
they are working on an injection mold process and stuff for all of that. Supposedly they're coming back, but I've been hearing that for a long time. And it's, I don't want to keep telling people it's coming back, it's coming back. I know it probably will, but they have such a great product that I love, and I just want it to be more widely available.
And everyone to have it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure. So
Yep.
I don't know.
I know.
So
that's how
you
it
were
goes.
playing this game. What is this? Tell me about this.
Oh, dude. Okay. So this is on App Lab. It's Stunt Track Builder on Quest 2.
Side Quest
this
2, I
is-
believe. It's also on Side Quest, I think.
It is
Yeah.
on SideQuest. Yeah, I think. Yeah, it might be. I think it just directs you to App Lab now, though. Actually, anyways, it's literally building like old school, like not slot car tracks, but like remote control car tracks, kind of like slot car tracks.
Yeah.
But it is so much fun. This is like my pastime from being a kid. And you go in here and it's super chill. You just go into this like bedroom scene, the first one. Now there's other, places you can go, living rooms and stuff like that. But it's really cool, a lot of fun to do. And you get points for collecting these donuts. So you have to try and build the track to get to the
Oh,
donuts.
okay, yeah.
And there's like
It's not a bad idea.
boost strips and curves, twist, all kinds of stuff. Easy snap.
Oh,
You just
jumps?
grab it and snap it and stuff. Yeah, I mean, you can make it jump. You can not make it jump. I mean, there's lots of things you can do. Totally free. I highly recommend trying this out if you have a Quest 2. It's a lot of fun.
Huh.
I
I'm
know
watching
there's
this
not a
footage for
whole
the
lot
first
to it.
time. That's why I haven't.
Right,
You sent me
right,
this
yeah.
video that you recorded, and I haven't even watched it. So
Yeah, so there's like even like a boost like trigger button like you would have like on a slot car kind of
Yeah.
thing. Really just a lot of fun to screw around with and build tracks. There's sandbox modes. You can build all kinds of stuff. You can buy into, they have like a DLC deal to get you more stuff. I think it's like $1.99 or something. So it's like a why not kind of thing. But yeah, a lot of fun. Highly recommend it if you're looking for something to do, something free. Please check it out. It's really cool. But yeah, the cars are cool. Look, I can pick them up. I was trying to see if I could break it
Yeah.
and just like push it through the donut or shove it, Like, look,
my
like, ramp it over. It worked, but I didn't
yeah,
get the donut.
it didn't get the donut, but that's pretty cool. I mean, it actually looks pretty decent for being free. And we've been trying to
Yeah.
try out some more of the like App Lab and
It's so good, dude.
Side Quest stuff, because a lot of the stuff on there, it's just there's so much stuff, but there's some really cool stuff too. Like, I mean, there's definitely you don't want to discount everything on there just because it's not on the main store. Like, there's so much potential for things that are really good on there, and it's worth checking out some of these things. So we've been trying to do
There
that a little
is.
bit more and keep up to date with some of the App Labs, some of the Side Quest stuff, because there's just so much.
Oh.
Sometimes it's look at that boost. Whoa.
Right,
pretty
see,
sweet.
exactly. I lost
That
it.
was
Look,
pretty
and then I saw all the stuff around here. I'm like, wait, there's all these things behind me. So then I ended up going back here and going into one of the rooms. But gaming science teacher said, like, Gadgeteer. Yes, it
Yeah.
is. It snaps like that, works really well. And you can turn the tracks around. So if it's a curve one way, you can make it go the other way. And a lot of fun. I didn't get to build any loops, though, because I didn't have enough tracks yet. So that's my next goal, is I want to do a loop and see if I can
that's
make it
pretty
all the way
cool.
around. But yeah,
Pretty
a
sweet.
lot of fun. But for free, it's well worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, free's hard to beat, that's for sure. And it looks like
Right.
there's
There
a
you go.
decent amount of worlds in there too.
Yeah,
you can
see,
go into.
that's what I was
Yeah.
saying. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. But I didn't think I'd go into them because I said locked, but this one did. So I have my finger there and boom. Now we're in the bedroom and you can build. It reminded me of, what is it? Micro Machines?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
racing game and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of like that. But
I mean, definitely
Really cool.
graphically, it's pretty basic, but it's still fun.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It's still
yeah,
fun.
that's
Like,
not what it's
this
about.
isn't a game. The cars are like, look good and stuff. and
Right, yeah.
The little Porsche and stuff is really cool.
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
I did want to
Definitely
mention
worth checking out, though.
I did want to mention real quick, because I was just looking at my notes and I saw that we talked about this last week, the Peaky Blinders VR game, The King's Ransom, that's coming out. And last week when we talked about it, me and Tyler never watched the show, and I never saw it, never even really heard of it, to be honest, until this VR game
Right.
came out. Well, me and my wife have started watching this. We've watched, I think, the whole first season already, and it's pretty good. Like everybody was saying how good it was, and you got to watch it. You got to watch it, and it's a pretty good show. We've been getting pretty far into it, like pretty, hooked on it, and it really has me excited for the game because now I see all these environments and all these places and the characters, and even watching the trailer now, I'm like, oh, I know who that is. I know where that is.
Right.
Where before I didn't know anything about it. So I'm pretty excited about this game, much more than I was before I watched the show. So,
Sure.
Are you going to hold out on the show till you play the game like you talked about?
I am, man. There's so many things that I'm saving up for now to like get, this project done, and there's even shows that I'm saving for that. But this one, I will definitely wait till the game's out, experience game, whatever it comes.
I think you'll like it. It's pretty good.
wait.
So I'm pretty excited.
I was telling the wife about it too. So
yeah, I'm
trying
pretty
to
excited.
convince
I
her.
just wanted to mention that I did take everybody's thoughts into account that told me I need to watch this, and I did go ahead and start watching. It's pretty good. Pretty excited about
cool.
watching some more of it. So another game that you have been really excited about is Outlier. Remember, we played the demo.
This update looks
and we played.
Good, man.
Yep. So they actually put out a release date too, March 17th. So that is not very far away. That is the early access for PC VR. That is what the date is for, is early access. Not going to be on Quest yet, but they are saying later in the year we should see Quest. No exact date, just says later in the year. So
yeah, I'm pumped about this updated trailer, man. It looks so good. I'm just I love the visuals. I don't know why. Just the visuals of it, the movement, the weapon stuff. I don't know.
I do like that Joyway doesn't. They don't hold back on some of the movement systems. They allow you to do kind of some lose your stomach a little bit stuff, like you saw right there in the trailer where you kind of fell down from a pretty high height and you go flying down. I like that kind of stuff. So I know they've been putting a lot of work into this since the beta stuff that we were doing. I'm excited to see where it's going to go. So that early access, March 17th, definitely looks like could have some potential.
I was just playing Stride last week, I think it was, and every time I go in there, I can't pull myself out until I'm just exhausted.
Yeah, it's a good
problem.
game.
Like, I want to keep playing it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love the feeling of it. The world closing in and chasing you and stuff during the chase ones.
Yeah, it's good. And from everything that I've seen in their games, the first iteration of it, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. But after they actually put the work into it to like get closer to release, it gets a lot better. Even Stride, like I had a hard time getting down with the flow and stuff in Stride when it was real early, and then the later versions of actually when the game released on Quest and everything, it felt more polished, and I felt like I could get those combinations and the movements all working in a better flow for me.
I just like games that take practice. Like I don't want to go into a game and just burn through it in the
and
first
you're super
hour
good right
and
off the bat.
be done with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to learn how to do that. I say that about like flying helicopters in sim game, or not in sim, but like in Grand Theft Auto and stuff.
Right.
They should be hard to do because it takes talent then.
That's true.
To operate something. It's just
agree.
like those kinds of games. Like it's more rewarding. Like when it clicks and it's game on. And I love that.
For sure. For sure. I did want to mention, we talked about the Patcher. We talked about this a little while back. They ran a Kickstarter. Their Kickstarter was successfully funded, and now they're going to be doing an open beta. And this isn't just open to Kickstarter people. This is open to everyone. It's on February 24th. You just saw the date there. And the way it's going to work, so if you go to the Steam page, and the link to the Steam page is in the description, that is where you're going to be able to access the open beta once it comes out. So pretty cool. I'm definitely excited to check the game out. I haven't been in it yet. The graphics and stuff look pretty awesome. And it's essentially a multiplayer game. So they're saying it's a VR multiplayer action shooting RPG. So pretty cool. I would definitely check out the beta. They also, you got the shirt on.
Yeah, I was just gonna say when you were done, somebody was asking how it's pronounced exactly. Pixility is how I've said it, I guess. But
that's what I've said too.
The exact pronunciation, I haven't been told, I guess, but yeah, I do. I have the shirt on, which is awesome. Which is
pretty
super
sweet.
Cool
so they actually sent us some of that, some gear, and my stuff went to Tyler's house because I was moving, and I haven't even got my box yet. So I'm a little jealous that I can't wear my shirt yet. But
it happens.
Yeah, but it looks pretty cool. So definitely, it's a free open beta. Check it out. February 24th. Is that what it was? Yeah.
I think every VR game needs beta, right? Alpha beta access. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I think so. I love being able to jump into the game
that should have it
early before it's out. Yeah. So we've talked a lot about the metaverse and the meta worlds and Horizon and all that stuff. And
let's not talk about Horizon.
I saw this article. This is what is the name of this place from the commercial and stuff? Questies.
Oh, Questies, yeah.
Yeah, so I hopped in there, and the article that I saw, and I'm curious to see what everybody thinks. So the article was about how Meta's Horizon social VR platform surpasses 300,000 users in 3 months. When I read that, I was like, that doesn't seem that good to me. Is 300,000 in 3 months for a free game or app? Is that
That's
good?
what I said. I know you were saying that you didn't think those were good numbers. I'm like, that's horrible for free. Like, come on. If
Yeah,
it was
like how many
decent
are
and it
in
was
Rec Room
free,
in 3 months or something, you
Alt
know, or
Space,
VR
Rec
chat?
Room,
Like,
any of these, yeah.
I just
don't know,
didn't
man.
think that was all that great. I don't know. I hopped in. I wanted to see. I was like, well, I know they've done some updates. And somebody told me on one of the other shows, I can't remember who it was, they said that they have some inside information that Horizon Worlds is supposed to be getting a lot better in the coming months. Like some big, massive things are going to be happening. So hopefully that's true. I mean, they're investing a lot of money into this idea. I hopped into Questies. It was kind of cool, but it's super basic. It's not anything that I was like blown away with. It's something that you could experience in VR chat really, or whatever else.
Right.
I met a couple cool people in there. I met a couple people that I was like, you're just really like, there was some 8-year-old kid just like dropping the F-bomb everywhere. And everybody's like, how old are you? And he's like, I'm 8. And they're like, why are you talking like that if you're 8 years old? You know what I mean? And there was other
Right.
people that would just have music on in their actual space that was just blasting. And that was all you could hear. And you can mute them, and you can vote to kick and everything else. But
That's everywhere like that, though. I mean,
yeah.
that's VR chat. That's all. I mean,
yeah,
that's
it is.
how
It's
it
just,
goes.
you know,
Yeah.
but there were some cool people that I met in there too. But the game, it wasn't even running that well. Like I was playing the skee ball. Air hockey. I was playing air hockey with somebody, and it wasn't like a smooth experience. Every once in a while, the puck would kind of pause and kind of jerk around. And I was like, what? Like, come on.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's,
MDC. Cheers, man.
yeah. What's up? It still has a ways to go. I don't know. And I know they're still working on this and everything else, but I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. What are they gonna do that's gonna be like, whoa, now I want to go in there and do something? Like,
yeah,
they
you can
would
see the
have
puck
to do
kind
a
of
lot.
jerking around too. Like you could see it
Look,
kind of moving around funny, and that was a little bit disappointing.
I still go back to the first trailer they dropped with all these people in these towns and planes flying around and stuff, and I'm like, where is that?
Yeah.
This isn't even like a snippet of that, I feel like. But
Yeah,
whatever.
it's I don't know. I mean, I still think someday it's gonna be something great, but maybe. I mean, every time I go in, I'm like, oh, I'm hoping this is gonna be pretty awesome. You know, it's okay. It's not that it's terrible, but it's not anything that like super impresses me based off of some of the other stuff. But I mean, they're dumping a lot of money into this, so I gotta imagine it's gonna be really good someday. I think,
I
right?
recommend Stunt Track Builder over this.
Yeah. I
So
don't
just
know.
real quick, our poll is still going on. I shouldn't let it
yeah.
keep running too long. We've got, a lot of people already voted. 80 people voted already. So which style head strap do you like? Halo is at 46%, Elite
really
at
close.
44%, and I put soft strap in there just to see
Some
who are
people
those
prefer it.
weirdos. Yeah, 10%. So yeah, some people do prefer it actually. I mean,
Yeah.
it is easy to take with you. You know, if you're traveling
yeah,
and throw it in a backpack,
Yeah,
it's kind
for
of a
travel
no-brainer,
needs
but-
and you know on the go, it's definitely more compact and easier. It's just so uncomfortable for me. Like it puts so much more pressure on my face. I can't wear
And
the
it
Quest 2 with the
moves,
soft
like-
strap for very long. But
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's a great way. I mean, I'm glad they did it that way, and it's upgradable. They made it upgradable, keeps the price low. You know, for you
Cheaper.
just to jump into it. You got tons of options now for different head straps. I mean, I'm glad they went that route, honestly.
Yep.
But
Because now we have companies like Bobo.
yeah, yep,
See?
for sure. I mean,
I
there's
guess-
so
I
many
guess
options now.
Well, people are still voting.
Are they still
A
voting?
minute.
Is it
Get
changing?
your votes in quick. Oh, and now everybody's live. We did change this. So we did the survey, which is still in the
yeah.
description if you want any last minute entries on that. But everyone voted that they wanted the show to be live to the world. So
Instead of
that's what
being
we're doing now.
Well, before it's always been live, but before it was that
Right.
there's like a DVR option, so where you could go back in the show, you could do different things. So everybody was not always at the
Start from the
same
beginning.
point in the show live. So right now it should be where everybody should be at about the same point, and that should help with things like this as well.
Like that. Good luck. Have fun.
Giveaways. Yeah, so doing giveaways, it should make it a little bit easier because if people are behind, you know, then they're like, you know, it's not
Right.
as fair. So we got a couple Steam codes to give away. Here's the Morgan Steam code, and we actually need to do another giveaway on the Discord. We haven't done that. Maybe we should do
do.
Demeo. So many people haven't
Good,
played
I know.
Demeo.
GT, What's up, man? Across the pond. Good to see you.
Yeah, we got a
as
bunch of people.
always.
RG, Mash Daddy
Absolutely.
Cool, GC13, the Diet Pepsi Cat, JES,
Never
Chris
list, man.
9989, Gamer Tag, Michael Fedler, Trevor Jones, Mash Daddy Cool, Virtual Steve. I mean, all kinds of people. We love all
know.
these people hanging out with us on.
know.
RG said 10% of VR users are self-harming. They're talking about the soft strap that were the 10% people voting for the soft strap.
Work 60% of the time, every time.
Every time. Oh,
Way too
man.
much coffee, but that's okay. Ooh,
Oh, I
lost
think
another good
I
one.
missed a P. It should be Mepper. This one's
is. It
courtesy
is.
of
You
Mepper.
missed a P.
Last on code for Steam. He sent us some games to give away on the show today, and we'll probably give a couple of those ones away on the Discord as well. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. You were telling me about what is this new thing about this audio hack that somebody hacked the Quest to do. What is that about? Because I don't really know
Yeah.
much about it,
So
to be honest.
okay, so you basically sideload this pre-made APK, which is called Oculess, which bypasses basically like the Facebook login kind of stuff. If you're into that, it is in the description if you do want to grab that. It's on GitHub, and I'll give credit. Hold on, let me look it up. Let's see, what was it? Basti564. And so what this does, it will allow you to run Android apps essentially on the headset and get audio from those. So, you know, the big ones people are saying are like Spotify, Discord, running Discord inside there.
Like a
So you can do
Discord chat kind of thing.
Yep. I would love to see if I can get Amazon Music on there because that's what I use for all of my music, which would be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that would just be tops for me. So I'm going to try that one probably here over this weekend if I have time to. See if I can get that to work. But yeah,
And
it's
what is this
amazing
called
what
again?
people are doing for this. It's Oculus.
Oculus.
The link
Okay.
is in the description. And if you have the old version, make sure you download the new version because that has all the updates in it for it. But definitely recommend it. I don't, if Facebook does something, starts banning this or something, it's kind of at your own risk. So I'm not telling you to do this. But we're all into mod and stuff. So that's why I don't typically buy Apple stuff because you can't do that. And that's why I don't like some of the Facebook things. But, this is out there for that reason. So there you go. If you're into that kind of stuff, but definitely recommend it. Or at least checking it out and trying it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean,
I am.
check it out. Tyler's next headset that he's ordering, the Simula One.
Don't get me started on this stupid thing.
VR.
Look, I'm sorry. I know you were like, oh, this is you were into it.
I like the way it
We're
looks.
Right. I do too.
I don't like the price.
Look, let me just go out there and just finish this whole conversation. It's got no microphone.
Right.
None. No microphone. What am I going to do with this? Nothing.
Yeah, it
Who
doesn't
am I
have a
gonna talk to,
microphone built
myself?
in. Yep.
Right,
Wolf Raza
exactly.
with a $3 super
Wolfie.
chat. He said, "Love the Saturday
Cheers.
show. Thanks for taking the time." So thanks for
yeah,
taking
man.
the time to hang out. Like it would be no point in us doing any of this if nobody came to hang out and watch or chat with us or anything else. So
Exactly.
that's the whole reason we do this. But thank you for that
Seriously,
super
man.
chat for sure.
Cheers, Wolfie. Good to see you, man.
So for sure.
Yeah.
So
I'm just.
this
not,
is
yes,
awkward
it's
right
got
here.
Great.
Why'd they have to do that?
Oh,
Why'd they have to
right.
show drinking the coffee? Like that didn't even look like it's so hard, especially with that big of a bulky headset in a closed container. They should have left that out because that just doesn't. That's not a good selling point. Put a straw in that coffee. That's about the only way you're gonna be able to drink it well in VR.
There's not a lot that does anything for me here. Yes, it's got great screens. Yes, they're doing some things. It's cool. But yes, runs on Linux, right? So you need something that's Linux based to run on it or runs some type of software to switch that over. It seems
Well, I mean,
kind
that's
of
like
odd
the
to me what they're
selling
doing
point
on it.
of this is that it's Linux based, and it's essentially they're
Yes.
saying it's like it's like having your own personal computer or laptop, but in VR. That's what the selling point is for this for some people, and it's very much workflow based. Like a lot of the stuff you see that they have multiple screens and they have a wireless keyboard and. I don't know how much work is going to be done in something like this. To me, it looks cool, but it also looks kind of bulky, and I'm not sure what how comfortable and weight distribution. I do think that they have the battery on the back. Or no, that's the compute pack on the back. Okay, so maybe you can swap that. That's good. We've talked about modular stuff for a long time, and I think that's good.
That's great. But you know what won't be bulky? Your wallet, because this thing comes in at $2,700 for like an early adopter.
That's the pre-order
and-
price.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So the
I don't know,
MSRP
man.
is $3,500 for this thing, with no microphone. No microphone.
I mean, couldn't you just run a PC and a Quest 2 and be a lot cheaper? I'm running, streaming your desktop or something.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing that out there, but
I mean, I wish
I don't
them
know.
well. I'm not, and I
Right,
hope they
absolutely.
succeed. I don't know that this is gonna be for me.
Convince me
Especially
wrong,
with that
right.
price. I mean, that's just
Exactly.
that's insane. Michael Fedler with the $5 super chat. He said drywall compound fund. So drywall is
it's-
not cheap to have somebody come in and do all that drywall. That's for sure, and all that
You
finishing.
should see, and you guys might see some of these pictures later at some point, but I actually got 16-foot drywall.
Yeah, I didn't even know they
and you guys will
made it
get to
that
see
big.
some of this. I had to get custom drywall because of the width that we needed for it. 54-inch wide drywall, so we didn't have double or horizontal seams. I'll go over a lot of this stuff later, man. But
Yeah, we'll do more in
kinda
some
crazy.
videos
Yep.
and stuff like that.
Yep.
But yeah, so I mean, I think there are some cool features of this headset. With the compute pack that comes off the back. The panels, they're saying they're 2448 by 2448 per eye. They're LCD screens, 90 hertz, estimated 100-degree field of view. Triple element non-Fresnel lens design, so that's interesting to me. I would like to see through that. IPD range is 55 to 77 millimeter, hardware adjustable, which is always good. Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth, all that good stuff. So, and they are having a tethered version as well. So the tethered version is going to be $2,000 pre-order price and $2,500 regular price. And they're even selling a Founders Edition that's going to be $5,000.
So Virtual Steve says, how do these companies stay alive? That price is insane even for business, because they said they need to sell basically just short of 900 of these to break even at that price.
Well, I think that was
That's
through
crazy,
the Kickstarter. Man. I think that because
okay.
originally
Doesn't
they were
matter.
supposed to do a Kickstarter. This was supposed to go to Kickstarter, and they canceled the Kickstarter, and they're actually just doing straight sales and pre-orders now. So it'll be interesting to see how this thing does. I mean, like I said, I think it looks cool. I like the look of it. It's very retro looking,
Sure.
like old school technology looking to me, and I like that. But
You know how you can get that? Get a skin for your Quest 2.
that's true.
And just tape it on there. Crazy,
That's
man.
true. Yeah, I don't know. It's too much. I mean, it's just too much money. I don't know. I mean, to me, like, I don't know. I mean, it's so hard because you get a Quest 2 for $299, and even higher end headsets. You get the HP Reverb G2. That's what, $499? Is that $499? I don't remember what I paid for now, but that even goes on sale sometimes with $50 off and stuff like that. You get the Index. You get a full Index kit with base station controllers, everything for $1,000, and that seems like a lot of money to me. But that's still way more reasonable than what this thing sells for. So
You can go out and buy a $2,000 PC with that too.
yeah, I don't know for sure who their market is going to be, but it's cool. I mean, they're doing some cool things with it, and the ideas that they have behind it, there's some cool stuff, but it's just a lot of money. I mean, it might be a different conversation if it was a little more affordable, I think.
I know. I just want to. Susan Cottrell asked, "How do you get the drywall into your basement?" Actually, got it that way for the width, and then cut them into halves to get 8-foot piece by 50.
Yeah.
Little trick. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was
Little
not.
things.
I mean, I saw the drywall getting unloaded, the pictures and stuff, and I'm like, I've never seen drywall that big in my life. Like, it's just
Crazy. They unloaded it with like a 64-foot boom, which was awesome to
it's
watch.
insane.
Yeah, right. They said they can
absolutely
go like
insane.
4 stories or something like that. Crazy.
What about this one? VAIL VR. We've talked about this a couple times.
Okay. Yes, I sent this to you being super hyped until I got to some of the gameplay stuff where we started seeing some of the player models.
The
And I'm
map
just
looks
like,
good.
Map looks awesome.
Yeah.
I want to play this. Like
Yeah,
this
map looks
like
pretty good.
a dope map. Want to play it. Want to see it for myself. But I feel like it just needs some polish, man, on a little bit of like the gunfight and the player actions.
Yeah,
Like,
when you see the character models and stuff pop into
Yeah.
this, like the player animations and the IK whatever, like it just looks very amateur hour to me. Like it
a little
just,
bit.
Yeah, it looks like it definitely needs some work and some polish on the characters and the interactions, like the movements, and
Right.
it's just like even the walking, like just
Like
and that's been this way every time I've seen any trailers for this game.
always
That's
said this. Yes.
the one thing that I'm like, man, put some more work into that. Like the game itself and the maps and the graphics and stuff look pretty good. I mean, not a lot of
Right.
color, but I don't know. Like these character models just seem rough to me. And there's so many good shooters, so many good multiplayer shooters. I really feel like something new coming out, you really got to step it up to compete in that space. And I know they're doing a lot of weird stuff with NFTs and with
Right.
social platform stuff that they think is going to set them apart. And maybe some, I don't know, but
But I feel like that's lost effort. Like put that effort of trying to make NFTs and get yourself out there in that realm into a more quality game.
Yeah.
Like,
that's where the focus needs to be.
it is. That's where it always should be. These games, and that's why I said last week, Contractors should be voted for one of the games of the year for this year because of where it's at right now. You know, not when it came out.
Just the
I don't think it
updates and
matters.
stuff. I don't
Yeah,
think that counts.
exactly.
I don't think that counts.
It should count.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, if you're still updating a game, that game is new every time.
Yeah. But you know what game may get? Oh, Barry Conrad, thanks for the sub. Just subscribe.
Sub.
Sweet.
Very
Getting
good
closer
see
to
you,
that
man.
Tyler beard every day.
No,
Every day we get a little bit
stop
closer.
it. Don't. You can't click that anymore. You moved it.
I know I
earlier.
moved it. I can't
No.
do it. I messed it
Don't
up
do
this
it.
morning. But this game could be a contender for game of the year. I mean, is this actually? I don't know. Is this gonna? This is a update to the core game though, right? Not this is a update for the campaign and stuff. It's not a whole separate game, right? I mean, it looks like a
no.
whole separate game. I mean, this. So this is Vox. How do you say this? Is it Vox
Vox Machina.
Mechina, Vox Machinae, Vox Machinae? Maybe like that.
I
That's how I'm gonna
don't
say it.
know. Yeah, whatever it is, this does look incredible. Like all those things I want to try in the new No Man's Sky stuff, it looks like it. Like
Yeah.
even getting in the mech. Actually, these mechs might even look better because of the bigger windows.
And this is gonna be on
but-
Quest.
Yeah,
Quest 2.
exactly. And that's this is such a cool looking game. One I have not played, and I still can't believe I haven't
Yeah.
played this yet.
And it's
I
been
did
on
play some
PC.
early stuff of it.
Yeah,
but-
so this has been on PC for a while, like Steam and stuff like that. But this is actually coming to Quest 2, and it only mentions Quest 2, but it's coming in March, this March, alongside this, and this is the campaign update. A lot of this is what you're seeing as part of the campaign, which, I mean, this looks like a completely different game than what I've ever
Right.
even seen from Vox Machinae. I mean, it looks so good. I mean, this is going to be a showstopper, I think, on the Quest 2. This is going to be a very popular game. I mean, just looking at the campaign, looking at the
know.
graphics. So, I mean, even the graphics look super impressive if this is Quest 2 footage, which I think it is, but
even the diversity with the mechs and stuff, like the look of them and everything. Oh, there was one part here where it looks like your player's going down an elevator in front of the mechs, and it starts showing the different ones. But just that scale of you feeling like they're bigger than you. You know, once
Yeah.
you're sitting in it, it's kind
Right.
of all like, yeah, you know, you don't really get it. But I think they've done some really cool things here. Can't wait to
Agreed.
see.
yeah,
Cannot wait.
yeah, for sure. I mean, and March isn't far away. I mean, we're the end
Right.
of February almost right
I
now,
know.
right? Mid
know,
February.
man.
I don't even know what day it is.
Getting closer to those links dates.
Yeah, that's still
excited.
links and the y'all 2. This might be another one that could potentially be in the y'all 2, maybe with some of the mech stuff. Maybe. I mean, there's a
Yeah.
lot of other stuff it looks like now too. But Lenny03, thank you
Lenny,
for that
for
subscription.
being
That's
here, man.
awesome. Definitely appreciate
It's
it
amazing.
for sure.
you
So
guys-
yeah, I mean, this is one that I think is going to be very, very big. It is going to have cross-play with other platforms, so that's always a good thing because that expands the
Always.
player base drastically. Yeah, but
I can't wait to get into this. And that's what I mean about these games just getting updated. Like this is what we've been crying about. This AAA look coming
yeah,
to
this
these
looks
games. Like,
ridiculous.
yes.
Oh, it's March
yes,
3rd.
awesome.
March. I thought it had the date, and I couldn't remember what it
weeks.
was. It's March 3rd, so that's really close. We're not even going to make us wait till the end of March or anything. March 3rd. So I mean, this kind of just came out of
Right there,
nowhere.
right there. That's the one I was talking about.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah, you missed it.
I'm gonna rewind.
No, you can't rewind.
Oh, there you go. Fluke Rogi said Vox Machinae with a butt kicker was pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I just never played it because I always wanted a single player campaign. Yeah.
True.
Is,
get
but
that, yeah.
is it gonna have single player campaign now too? I'm not sure. I know
don't
it has
know
full
what the-
campaign,
I
but I
don't
know I'm pretty sure it's like a co-op multiplayer campaign.
I
which
feel like
I
there
love,
will
but-
be something though, because you know you get these interactions, you know, in the game that feel a little bit campaignish, right? Like
Yeah, I
we
mean, it's
see
definitely a
cutscenes and
campaign. I just
things.
don't know about if it's going to be
Right.
single player or, you know, how that'll be. But yeah, this looks really, really good. When I think I originally saw this because somebody posted this trailer in our Discord and I was like, holy crap, like that looks
Yeah, I know.
awesome. That looks so good. So that definitely got me excited for this game. Definitely going to be a game that I'm going to pick up. Like I said, I haven't played the Steam version either, the PC VR version either, but I'm definitely all about this game now for sure.
Agreed, man.
So another one I wanted to mention is this from Fast Travel Games is Virtuoso. And this totally reminds me of what's that beat game that we played where you make the beats and everything together?
I know. Electronauts?
Is it Electronauts?
Right?
Yeah, I
it
think
is.
so. I think that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played it before. It's like a multiplayer, and you just make all these beats and stuff together with all these rhythm machines and all these different beat machines, drum machines and stuff. And that's totally what this looks like. And I really like the drums because I'm a big fan of like rock band drums and everything. Anyways, and they did a good job on this trailer. I like this how it shows them and this like parking deck kind of a thing. I think that's kind of neat. But this is one that is coming out. Let me get my notes here because I don't remember the dates or anything like that. But
That was Electronauts. That was so good. I loved that game.
it is.
We
Yeah, I
went
think
in
it
there
is
to
Electronauts.
try it and spent like an hour and a half in there
Yeah.
just screwing off. That's
And it's that's what it is. It's one of those kind of
I
games that
know.
you just,
You get
especially if you're
stuck.
like into music and into making beats and all that stuff. And I haven't played this one. I don't know, that playing Electronauts, it like helped you. Like it would make you on rhythm and on beat even when you weren't. And to me, that was kind of like cheating and kind of weird. So I don't know if this is going to do it as well. So there's the date, March 10th. I was trying to find the date, March 10th, 2022. It's coming to all the platforms. It's coming to Quest and PC VR and everything else. Gamertag said, my daughter loved Electronauts. Electronauts is a lot of fun. I mean, it is fun, especially with
a
friends.
friend.
Yeah,
it's so
I mean,
cool.
we like,
Oh,
we didn't think we were going to get into it as much as we did. And we got
I did.
super
I knew
hooked.
it.
Oh,
I
this is-
loved it.
So a gaming science teacher said this has been on App Lab for a while now, and I did not know that. I didn't know that. Like I said, I cannot keep up with App Lab. I'm trying more now to keep up with some App Lab stuff than what I have in the past. But yeah, so I didn't even know this is on App Lab. So I guess, can you still play it on App Lab now? Because it's not on the official Quest store yet. But
Probably until it comes out, I would assume.
I don't know. I think it'll be cool. I like music rhythm games. I used to love Rock Band. I loved Guitar Hero back in the day. I like beats and drums and all that kind of stuff. So I think, that'll could be potentially a pretty cool game. So it's crazy how much more exposure these game developers get though once they make it to the actual Quest platform. Like knowing that this was on App Lab for a while and I never even knew about it. Like it's crazy to me. Like, I don't know. I wish Oculus would do better they should have like featured App Lab stuff, like stuff that's doing really good on App Lab and they feature it on the main store. Even if it's not on the main store, it gives you a link to it. Like, and I guess if it's good enough on App Lab, that's what eventually comes to the Quest main store. But I don't know. They need some more exposure.
It's on, still shows up on Side Quest, directs you to App Lab, and now it just says coming soon on there. So maybe they did pull it.
Yeah. I didn't even know. I had no idea this was on App Lab. I mean, I learn stuff on the show all the time from people in the comments. Like,
I know.
it's awesome. It's just an awesome community. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So it is coming March 10th, I think, is what it said.
Not far.
There's a lot of stuff coming. I mean, hopefully,
There's a lot. I know.
as we're getting out of winter and getting more into spring soon, I'm hoping that really a lot of this stuff starts to pick up and we start to see some more big game announcements, like Vox Machinae. That's, to me, is a really big announcement with that update. And some more games. We're still waiting on things, that we know are potentially coming for the Quest 2 that, they've kind of teased about and stuff in the past. Hopefully we get some bigger announcements with some actual stuff for that pretty soon. But I mean, there's a lot of really cool stuff coming. I mean, I think it's going to really start heating up.
Honestly, for me, it's the hardware stuff right now. I'm just so amped about what's in line for us to get for hardware that I'm so like
talking about links, talking about next potential Quest, Cambria kind of stuff.
Right? Exactly.
The Simula One.
Some higher end.
Right?
The what?
The Simula One. You're
Simula
excited?
One.
Stop it. You're so ridiculous. I know you like it. I know you're buying one. Yeah. So
Why? For what? For no microphone?
yeah, right.
I'm not buying a headset. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get heated.
He's getting upset. There's also new content coming out for after the fall, which I'm very excited about. We keep talking about how we need to hop back in there, play some of that as well together. Some new maps, new guns, the revolver. That revolver looks pretty cool. I was actually looking at a picture of that earlier, or last night, I think it was. And that looks pretty good. New weapons, horde mode, 4 new maps. So the 4 new maps, first map is Boulevard Harvest Run, set on the streets of Hollywood, which that sounds pretty cool. Third and fourth maps are Junction and Highway, are designed to go with the brand new horde mode launching during the Frontrunner season. So some pretty cool stuff with that. And that's a fun game. That's a fun game with some friends.
Yes.
And I do think it launched a little bit more basic than what I intended. So I'm glad that they're starting to roll out some updates, get some more maps, and I didn't get mine. I don't think I changed my address, and it must have went to my old house. I haven't got, what was the poster in that one?
So good. After the fall.
Oh, dang it. I want it. It's probably sitting in the mailbox at my old house, and that's 500 miles away. Where's the poster? You don't have it?
So
It's
good.
not in there?
I don't know if it's still in here or not. I'm
Did
gonna
you take it
check
out?
Why?
I want
I
it.
might have taken it out already.
I want it.
Actually.
I want mine. I need to see if
I know.
I don't know. I need to see if somebody can run and grab that from the old house maybe before it sells. I'm supposed to close next
I
week.
must have
So
pulled it out already. Yeah, I must have.
dang it, I'm bummed. I don't have that one in my hand yet. That's the VR Trend magazine. If
man.
anybody doesn't know what that is, or what we're talking about.
I didn't see an article about us in there though. So
Who's nobody knows who we are.
someday.
Nobody cares
True
about
that.
us.
True that. If you don't, we appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
If you do know who we are, thanks for sharing us and putting us out there. I
Yeah.
noticed a lot of people shouting us out on Twitter lately, on Reddit and stuff. We really do appreciate
Yeah,
you
we do
guys.
definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, calling us out and talking about us and stuff. It means the world to us. It warms our hearts.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't for you guys.
For
that's
sure. I think this game just launched last week, which we actually played this game a long time ago at
Unbinary.
PAX East,
Yeah.
very beginning of 2020. This is Unbinary. We talked to the developers and stuff in person. That was really cool to meet them. And this is all made in Quill, and it's definitely a puzzle comedy kind of figured out kind of game. But the comedy part comes in with a lot of these robots and stuff. But the whole game is built in Quill. It's all hand drawn. The whole thing's hand drawn. I know we've talked about it before, but it's really cool. And it has the feels of that one virtual reality sometimes. So you put on different masks and you pull off different masks. Pretty cool game. It is out now. Gamertag hitting us up with that super chat. He said, grind them beans. We haven't had Gamertag on in a long time. He's probably
I know, right?
one of the people that have appeared the most on the Coffee VR show, I would say. And we haven't had him, but life just gets crazy busy. Maybe we can get him. I think he was just in the U.S. Was he just in the U.S.? I feel like I saw something on Twitter or something that said he was in like New York or something like that. I could be wrong. But if he was in the U.S., I'm kind of bummed he didn't come see us. That's pretty messed up. Although the studio, once we get the studio done, if he's in the U.S. again, he's definitely coming. That would be pretty cool.
Buddy.
So
It's coming. Yep.
pretty awesome. But yeah, so check out Unbinary. It is available
I love
on.
the art. Like, I don't know. It's so cool to see that in game and the appreciation for it being hand drawn.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's really a wow factor in that, and those textures, and even though they're flat and layered flat and stuff, and the depth on the objects, I love it.
It's pretty cool.
so
It really
cool.
is pretty cool that they were able to do all of that by hand, drawing it all by hand. That's really pretty impressive. But it is available on all the platforms. It's on Steam. It's on Quest and Quest 2. I think on Quest, but I know it's on Quest 2. I don't keep up with Quest now. Everything's just Quest 2 to me because I haven't put my regular Quest on in a long time. So yeah, he was in New York City. He was on vacation. So next time he comes back, if you come back next year or later this year, for sure you got to stop by, see the new studio once it's done. What are we saying? The studio's gonna be done by like end of March.
Studio B will be done in April. I'm hoping by my birthday in April. That's my goal.
Hope so.
My birthday present to myself.
Nice. Good stuff. And we'll probably put some more stuff on the Discord and stuff like that, but keep an eye out for that, as well as Patreon. A lot of stuff. We've been trying to put more stuff on the Patreon. We got the Patreon Discord section, Patreon members only Discord section, where we post some ahead of time stuff in there. But yeah, some pretty cool stuff
Hussein,
coming.
good to see you, man.
Who dat?
OG there. Hussein X.
Oh yeah. What up? Nice.
What
else you got today?
Do we have anything else? I'm trying to think quickly. Was there anything else?
Metal Gear Solid.
The picture that y'all posted.
Oh yeah.
Of all the freaking rigs sitting there. Ooh, makes me drool. We need them over here, man.
Yeah,
we need
for
'em over
sure.
here.
Yep. They did. I was reading an article about Metal Gear Solid remake coming to PSVR 2. So that could be pretty massive if you're a Metal Gear Solid Snake fan, I think, which obviously is a game that I think will translate well to VR. I think that'd be an awesome thing. So they're supposedly making a remake. This came from, if I remember right, I think it came from a leak on Reddit that somebody said that they have some inside information about this actually coming, and this is going to be, a big title, a big launch title, and all that kind of stuff. So definitely keep an eye out for Metal Gear Solid remake for PSVR 2, because that will definitely get some that'll get some fans heading over to the PSVR to play that, I think, for sure.
We'll see. I don't know how many leaks I believe, but some.
I don't know. I mean, we've had some leaks that were definitely came true though. I mean, even before the Quest 2 came out, we had Quest 2 leaks. We had the PSVR leaks with the PSVR 2 with the controllers that were way ahead of the schedule, and those were right. So we've had a decent amount of leaks that definitely have come true. So I always take. I mean, you always got to take a leak with a grain of salt, but a lot of times there's some truth behind it too. So
right. Yep. I'm going to end the poll. I did let it keep running.
Oh, did you? Is it still pretty mixed?
180 some votes. What was it? 137 votes. Wow, exactly split 45%, 45%, and soft strap with 8%.
Jeez.
Huh.
Interesting.
So yeah, split between Elite and Halo. I don't know. I like both, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't love or hate one of them. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
they're both good.
So gaming science teacher, which this makes a little bit more sense about her thumbnail. And if you don't know, we did something fun this week. We were trying to, and it was too late last night. We did a section on the Discord.
It was a
Yeah,
test.
it was a user generated thumbnail for today's show. We wanted to see if anybody wanted to try to make some thumbnails. We were going to give something away, but it was too late. It was late at night, and it was, we were starting the show this morning, but we did get some in there. And gaming science teachers, she said, also Microsoft taking a page out of Facebook will need a Microsoft account to sign into AltSpace now. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but that makes a whole lot more sense with her thumbnail. I didn't even know that news. So, but I kind of thought maybe it had something to do with that because it showed a Microsoft picture. So that section is going to be on Discord. We're going to keep that up. If anybody wants to try to do that for next week's show, just put Coffee and VR on there, maybe some relevant images or whatever.
If we do pick one too, we'll probably throw you guys something cool. We haven't decided how we're going to do that, but
for sure.
Throw you a game, throw you something. So.
Yeah, this week we just went with a super basic thumbnail for, but Virtual Steve said he's going to make one for next week. So feel free to jump on there. Just kind of fun stuff to do. We'll see, know, how that works out, but yeah. So
we do this just to hang out with you guys and hopefully get some of your guys' stuff. If you got cool videos and stuff, send them our way.
Yeah.
If you think you got cool content, you can email them to us or send us a link to it if on Dropbox or however you like to host your videos. But yeah, honestly, we're just here to hang out, man. But I think is that about it? What? Stop.
There's this hand that just came out of nowhere.
I can't with you. I can't.
What?
I wish I had
floating
something
controller.
I could reach over there.
Okay.
I wish I had something I could reach over there and smack you with.
There's this PS5 controller that just floats around. This is going to make no sense whatsoever for the audio podcast listeners right now. Anyways, okay. Sorry.
It's a what the moment.
Oh, come on.
Is what it is.
You that language down. Keep it down.
Okay.
All right. Anyways, but yeah, thanks for hanging out this week. We definitely have we definitely appreciate everybody hanging out, just having fun with us because we're complete idiots sometimes. But
we are. We will see you back here, or see where? See where?
I don't know.
Can we finish it? No, I don't know where. We'll see you back here soon, VR.
On flat
We're
screen.
out of here. Catch you
Flat screen game.
next week. And Sean, you gonna take us out of here?
No. See ya.
No. All right. Later.